Good morning, everybody. Hi. You have to excuse my hair. The things I want to do with you guys today, actually, the main one though is I'm going to do a wood grain peekaboo with this cup. I have actually already sanded out, cleaned it, sprayed it with a base black. It is actually, I used the hammered black because this is going to be my husband's cup, so I want a little texture, a little different stuff going on. And then I've already epoxied over that so that when you put your decals and do all the rest of the wood grain stuff, it doesn't fill up your black. And so it's already been epoxied, and it's ready to go as far as putting the decal on it and all of that. So we're going to do that today. And then I'm going to have to spray paint white. And so as I'm doing that, I'm going to show you guys a few more things that I've got going on here. Put my decal on this cup. This is going to be for my husband. His birthday is in February. And so I'm already getting started. I know that's crazy, but anyways, I had a little bit of downtime, and so I'm working on his. So I'm going to tilt you guys down and let you see what's going on here. This is the decal that I'm using. I completely did this one myself. I actually found this, the birds, the dog, and the hunter in Design Space for my Cricut. And then I actually found this and this online. And they actually had the father and the daughter and then the father and the son. I just cut out the father on those and put it all together. So this is going to kind of wrap around the whole bottom of the tumbler. And so let's get started. Tilt you guys down. Ooh, my phone's away, of course. Okay. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm kind of backwards. So I've already got my transfer tape going on here. Just going to peel that off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up with the bottom. And I'm going to start in the middle and work my way out. I want this to go right around the very bottom. A few little, bubbles are not going to matter because you're going to peel this right back up anyway. But you want to make sure the edges are completely flat. And so I'm just going to rub this with my hand, make sure that all my edges are down. That's what I love about peekaboos. You just got to make sure the edges, you don't have to get any bubbles or anything like that out. You just make sure it's placed correctly where you want it and then go from there. Okay, now I'm going to peel this off. And I just used a piece of orange vinyl that I had just kind of laying around. Got a couple little edges there. No biggie. You want to make sure that all your edges are pressed down. So that you don't get paint or anything underneath there. Okay. Now, I'm going to tilt you guys up real quick, and this is what I'm going to do. It'll take me just a couple minutes to spray this. I can't move you guys. I'm so sorry. I wish I could just move you and let you see. Let me find my football here. It's pretty used. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this outside and spray it white. Usually I like with wood grain, well, sometimes I like to use a brown color or a tan color or kind of in the brownish family. But I'm going to do a white with this one because I really want my alcohol inks to show up. So if you guys will give me just a few minutes, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. It's me, I'm back. Okay, let me get this paint off my finger real quick. I kind of did that a little fast, but it's going to be okay. Okay, the first thing I want to show you guys is I've been working on molds and different things. These are so easy and so awesome and convenient. I love them because the reason I do is because you always have, or I normally always have a little bit of extra epoxy laying around after I've done cups or, whatever. And so these, especially the smaller ones, come in handy. So, you can just add a little bit of glitter or whatever and just pour them into your molds. So this one was a mermaid tail that I did yesterday. I had some extra epoxy. And so this is how you just pop it out of the mold. There you go. See? And you've got a little fishtail or mermaid tail keychain. No big deal. Easy peasy. I'll let these dry overnight, and they're hard. So I've done that one. I have several little molds. The smaller ones are awesome because, like I said, you can just pour your little extra epoxy in there and go for it. This one is the cheerleader megaphone. I did it in my town's school colors, red and white. I actually added a little bit of white to the epoxy, and then I added red glitter so that it would be red and white. I didn't think about it afterwards, and I could have added some white glitter, but the red probably would have overpowered it anyways. So you just, like I said, you just pop these out, and there you go. No biggie, no biggie. Easy peasy. Now this one was really cool. I really love this one. I got the police badge. I'm gonna have to do some fine tuning right here where my epoxy kind of ran over a little bit. No big deal. I've got a little Dremel. I go in and I just polish that up a little bit. And so this mold, if I can find it really quick. this mold was a little bit difficult because you have this side that you pour your epoxy in and then when you pop it out, when you do this side, you want to make sure you overfill over the top of this right here. You know, fill it up and spread everything over the top of that. Otherwise, you're going to have a gap in there. It does have these 3 little sections on this side that you can, I guess, put little badge numbers, names, whatever. I haven't tried that yet, but to me, when you pop them out, they look like little chiclets. But anyways, I did this side first, which is the black on here, and then, like I said, I overfilled, and it gave me a backing here. And so when it dried, I flipped it over and I poured blue inside here, and I'm going to make a cute little back the blue keychain out of this. Once I'm going to clean it up and get all that done. So that's one thing I wanted to share with you guys. When you're making tumblers, for me, I never knew what to do with the extra little bit of epoxy, and as you guys know, it's expensive, and so now we know. I bought these little things on Amazon, the little silicone molds on Amazon, and now I'm addicted, so be careful with that. The second thing I wanted to show you guys is this tumbler. I did this yesterday. I was not able to record it because most of it's done outside, and all I have right now is my laptop. And so I couldn't move it outside where I was at. And so anyways, this tumbler was awesome. I really, 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 really love how this one turned out. And I used the black hammered spray paint on it too, so it's a little ridgy, give it a little texture. I like texture. Some people don't, but anyways. And I may do one more little coat of epoxy on this one. We'll see how it turns out. And I may sand it. I'm going to have to think about it a little bit. But this method is the power wash method. You use this right here, the Dawn Power Wash Spray, and it was super, super, super easy, you guys. So super easy. What I did is, of course, I cleaned it. I sanded it. I cleaned it with alcohol, 91% alcohol, and then I base coated white, and then all of my fluorescents. I don't know if you guys can see. I've got green, yellow, pink, and orange in there, and I just went just all over the cup in little spots and splotches and you know, just kind of willy-nilly over there. In the end, I let that dry completely, just a couple hours. I was doing other things anyway, so I just kind of set it up to dry. And then you get I used a 5-gallon bucket, and I filled it up with water. And then like I said, I used the black hammered spray paint on this one just to give it a little bit of texture. And then, so you get your spray paint ready, you get it all shook up and get it all mixed up. And you get your bucket of water ready because this process is so fast. What you do is you take your power wash spray paint and you spray it. If you spray it on a spot, that's where there will be no black. And I kind of forgot that, and so I don't have a whole lot of black on here. I sprayed all over the cup. But what you do is it in splotches, and that's where there will be no black. So as soon as you spray, you get your spray paint. Make sure it's ready to go. Make sure the lid's off. You're not messing around with it or nothing. It's just ready to go. And you spray the whole thing black all over. And then as soon as you get the whole cup turned black, you just dunk it in your water and kind of just swish it around just for a second, like a whoop, and it's done. And then you take it out. I flipped mine over, let the water drain down, and let it dry overnight. I let it dry for a few more hours. Like I said, I was doing, other things. but I let it dry, and then I epoxied right over it. No big deal. And so this cup is pretty much done, unless I decide I want to sand it down and epoxy it one more time. And then you've got to, of course, clean around the edges, and I'll do that later. To clean around my edges, I use my little X-Acto knife and 91% alcohol. No big deal. Go just right around the edge and then clean it out with the alcohol. No biggie. So this cup is finished, and so there you go. That's the power wash method. I'm going to set that to the side, and I'm going to show you guys something else that I'm working on. It's really cool. I actually learned this method from Ashley Chauvin. If you haven't checked out her YouTube page, please check it out. It's really, really awesome. Excuse me. She has really, really, really good videos and tutorials, and they're easy. She does not do the hard way for nothing. These are easy methods to things that you wouldn't normally want to tackle. I don't know if any of you have heard of the, good Lord, I can't pronounce it. Anyway, this right here. I was super duper intimidated with this. I did not want to do it. I was totally against it. I watched her video yesterday. Well, actually, I've been wanting to watch it for a while, and I watched it yesterday. And this is double-sided tape, you guys. It is tedious and it is time-consuming, and this cup will probably take me days to finish because I'm not a patient person, and I'll do 4 or 5 and then be done for a little while. But this was what I finished yesterday. This is where I ended yesterday, and I'm in love. Now, I've got this space here, so I'm trying to figure out what to do with that come time for it. But I wanted to do the method and produce a really good cup for you guys before I showed you guys how to do it. But if you're curious and you want to go check it out, look up Show Me Chauvin, and this tutorial is awesome. And it's only like a 25-minute video, I think. It's not long. And so that's what I'm working on there. So I've got a lot going on for you guys. And now we're gonna work on the wood grain method. Let me grab my alcohol inks real quick. I've got stuff going crazy over here. Well, that just wanted to fall. Okay. I'm back. So to do the alcohol method, what I do is, I gotta sneeze. I get out these 3 colors. I don't really use latte a lot. It is the lighter of the 3. And I usually like to do darker wood grains. But anyways, I've got, these are this is caramel. This is latte. And this is ginger. Ginger has got a red tint to it also. So watch out for that. Usually I use a lot of caramel and a lot of latte. Or not a lot, but I tend to mix these two. And then I add a little bit of ginger as I need it. So those are the 3 colors that I use, usually with alcohol inks. And then I've got this crazy looking brush right here that gives you the stroke lines. And so this is what I use. It's, as you can tell, I've used it a lot. I love wood grain cups. I love peekaboo wood grains. I love wood grains. And so that is just all the supplies you're going to need for the wood grain. And then I use my handy dandy little cup holder here sometimes too. And so let me go check on our cup outside. It should be pretty dry by now. Let me go check on it and I'll be right back. Well, it is not dry yet. So what I will do is I will allow that to dry, and then I will come back on live here in just a little bit. I figured it would be dry by now, but it's not. So I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. And so I'll be back here in just a little bit as soon as that cup dries. Thank you guys, and you have a wonderful day.